Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Not Just Girls Talk. I am your host, Ashanti.
And I'm your host, Tiffany.
And thank y'all for joining us again and again and again. Y'all already know you can come over here with me and sit on the couch and be cozy, you know what I'm saying? Or you can go over there with Tiffany at the Fully Stocked Bar. It doesn't matter where you go as long as you're chilling with Not Just Girls Talk. So y'all, thank y'all for joining us again. And y'all already know before we get started, Tiffany gonna let y'all know where to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Not Just Girl Talk.
Yes, our information, our links, all our links are in our bio. Please make sure you guys, if you have not followed us on IG, go ahead and follow us on IG at Not Just Girl _ Talk. Again, that's Not Just Girl _ Talk and on IG. And then make sure if you have not subscribed, you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast.
Yep, just like that. And I was out this past weekend, girl, and I gave people our podcast information. I was like, pull it up. I was at a gathering, and I was like, yes, I have a podcast. Put the information. Yes, go ahead. And I was like, yep, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right there. So
Yes.
it's how I gotta go. So if you out with somebody and you like, oh, I listen to this podcast, don't just tell them pull up their phone and you like hit the button so they can be already subscribed. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you do that. So y'all already know what you make sure you have a beverage in your hand when you listen. It's Not Just Girl Talk. And I'll go first because I'm drinking water. I have been outside and I've been drinking. I've been drinking. I'm telling you, I've been drinking. So I'm really trying not to lose my figure because I done lost a little couple of inches and a couple of pounds because I've been working out. And you know, when you're drinking liquor and eating wings, yeah, it'll sneak back up. Ain't nothing like a 5 pound one night. You wake up, you gain 5 pounds. It'll happen. So I've been on my water. I got my H2O again. That's what I'm drinking on. So Tiffany, what you got? What you sipping on?
I am kind of on somewhat of the same tip. I'm doing some cran apple, just cran apple, but I dilute it with water just because it's strong to me anyway.
It's strong.
So
cranberry juice is strong.
But this is cran apple, so it's a little better because cranberry juice is just tart to me, but just kind of cleansing kidneys out and but you know. No. But I dilute with water.
She said she cleans. Yeah, that's why she got a bar over there. Okay, she got to cleanse the kidneys. I like that one. So yeah, we have question of the day. So Tiffany, what you got for me today? I mean, what am I to speak about? What am I going to enlighten the people on how to take care of their business with today? What do you have for me?
Here, first, I want to give a shout out to our my baby daddy and all the fathers out there, and go ahead and give a shout out to. I'll make sure they have a happy Father's Day because it is coming on this Sunday. So now,
wonderful. I do have kids, but them y'all ain't getting happy Father's Day. I'm sorry, it don't happen today. It ain't happening over here.
I see my baby daddy.
Yeah, your end. No, my quick happy Father's Day. My oldest son, daddy, he a good daddy. I'm not gonna lie, he cool. He come through in the clutch. You take care of him. So happy Father's Day to you. Yeah, just like that. I'm good. But happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We know sometimes Mother's Day, well, not sometimes, always Mother's Day is very much uplifted. But it's a good thing for us to uplift the men and say happy Father's Day to y'all. You all are needed in your kids' life. You all are not underappreciated in any capacity. We do see the effort, we do see the grind. So definitely happy Father's Day to you all. And we hope you have a great Father's Day. Yeah.
So, question of the day. So it's pretty straightforward. It's which of your dating standards are absolutely non-negotiable? Which of your dating standards are absolutely non-negotiable?
I'm kind of having fun right now, so let me. A non-negotiable. You can't be in a relationship, like a serious relationship with somebody. Like you, I don't know. I might, and I'm like, No, okay, for real. Let me think. A real non-negotiable for me is you literally have to have your own car and your own. You have to have a job, a car. You have to be stable, meaning you can afford your own lifestyle. I'm not. We don't have to hook up with me coming to pick nobody up because that's a no. Um, you literally just have to have your own stuff, your own place, your own car, stuff like that. You have to be established. I'm not dealing with nobody who doesn't have a sense of stability about themselves. That's
No,
definitely a non-negotiable for me right now.
absolutely.
Tiff, like that's what I live by.
You know, but I ain't gonna say the same thing. But I would say respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, you
Mm.
gotta you. I don't care if we just dating, whatever. I'm always gonna be respected, and put
And
some
you know
respect
what?
on my name.
You're right. And I think respect it should be a known, a given, but the way the world's set up, it may not be. So you're
I don't
absolutely
know.
right.
They don't
I
know.
am. That is ground zero.
You see this
I,
shirt? Black Queen. Just
I agree. That is ground zero. I didn't think we had to,
yeah,
release that, but sometimes people don't know.
yeah.
Respect. That's definitely one. But for me right now, I want you to respect me. I'm gonna respect you. That's for me. That's basic for me. But definitely stability. I'm gonna need you to be
Yeah.
able to take me on a date, right? I don't want to go on a date. You said in a dating world. I don't want to go on a date and be over here like, am I gonna have to pay my half? Or what
Or
am
they
I
may
what
use
am I
their
gonna pick?
coupon. You know, I don't have no problem with that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No. No coupon, please no. So I'm just saying, if I have to literally be sitting over here and I'm debating what I want to order, I don't know if you can really afford what I want to order or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like all that. That means you can't date. That's how I feel. So
Some
I
people
want to be in
can't
a
afford
position,
it and they don't know.
right? And then they're out here doing it and overdoing it and fronting and putting on fakes. Like I don't want that. If you can take me out and I know that we kicking it, some people don't care. Like someone would probably be like, he shouldn't have spent that money on me then if he couldn't afford it. Which I agree, but I'm also not the person to be like, I don't know. I'm very
Nice.
don't even worry about it. I'm nice. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna pick up for it, but I'm just not gonna go out again because you're just not in that position. So don't even date if you can't. So yeah, for me, it's very much stability. Have your own stuff, your own space, and then if I come to your space, make sure it's clean. It got to be clean. I can't go to a dude house. Okay, yeah, I'm dating right now, so I'm just letting y'all know when I'm thinking in my head about visiting a guy's house, it got to be clean. I don't want to walk in and start itching. You
You
know,
know, you know what
start
I
scratching. Girl start scratching like, oh my god, oh my god, you can feel the dirt. I'm leaving. Oh, my kids just, I hate my kids just text me. I'm gonna have to catch you later. I'm gonna get out of there. So I definitely want your spot to be clean and have your spot that I can go to.
Yeah. And
You
not your
know what I'm
mama
saying?
house. Not
Right.
your
That's what
mama
I'm
house.
saying. Having your own stuff and not thinking my spot is the spot we gonna be coming to because you don't really got your own setup. I really don't even want you. Not really. I don't want you to be roommating with nobody.
That's true.
I'm just being honest. I need you to be secure.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
how I feel. So that's my
Let
take.
us
So
know what y'all think, y'all, Shad.
that's just it, child.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so that's how I feel. Let me know how you feel or what's your absolute non-negotiables in dating. And oh, by me dating right now, it's such a because I'm like a butterfly, right? I'm just floating and learning and all of this good stuff. So I have what I want, but I'm like, you ain't really my dude. So I ain't finna be talking to you too hard like that. If you don't get it, I'm out. If you ain't got this one thing that I'm looking for, deuces. I'm not finna sit around whereas I normally would be like, oh, you're working on it? Okay. Oh, I like you. No, I don't like you. From jump, I don't even like it no more. You was cute now. Only we had a good conversation. I don't even like it no more, bro. We good. So let us know how y'all feel about dating, which y'all non-negotiable. And y'all may say something that I don't know about, and I might change. Cause I've been in a relationship so long, I'm thinking relationship. I got to get out of that too. I'm in relationship mindset, and I don't know how to get out of that part. But okay, moving on. Yeah, we're gonna move on into our next segment of the show, which is the plug.
Yes. So my plug for this week is still continuing on parenting. I think it's important to make sure that your children know their self worth. That goes for males and females, but most of you guys know I talk about my daughters. I have two daughters, and I think it's extremely important to reiterate and make sure that I put into my children there's no to know their self worth and that they're beautiful. One of the things I know that one of my daughters, my oldest, was stating specifically is like her hair is not as long and things of that nature as people at her school and things like that. And I'm like, well, most of the schools so far that she's been at, she's the only or the few chocolate people there. So, just trying to explain to her that, our hair is beautiful. We can do multiple things. Whereas, that's a different explaining race, because just because your hair long, I mean, you can do stuff with it, so I think it's important to just, keep letting your children know what their self-worth is. I think that's extremely important, and they should always know that they're beautiful. And in my case, I know my husband does too, because when she does get old enough or they get old enough to start dating, ain't nobody tell them nothing, they got to come correct because they know what they're worth. I think that's extremely important. So that's my plug for this week.
So my plug for the week is also self-image for my kids. And for my end, for my sons, they are at the phase now where everybody know. I think it's pretty trending where the African American boys are growing their hair out. They like that nappy look, the natural coarse hair look, whatever. And for me, it's in teaching them how to stay groomed, right? Just because you're wearing your hair like that in the wild, in the free hair, okay, you have to keep it up. It's not just wake up, go, and it's stuck to the side of the head and the hair up on one side. No, we're talking about grooming. So they're in that phase of those teenage years where I'm teaching them how to groom themselves, even as young men, staying with your feet done. I do their feet. Or my oldest, he goes to the shop, but the boys, do their feet or whatever. And I've been doing it for a while, even in their hair, making sure that it's washed. I do the deep condition, I condition it out, I make sure that I plait it down, I do the whole nine. So letting them know about that self care that does show them and lets them know that their self image is something they need to keep up with. My daughter, on the other hand, is the same. I mean, it's the same with her, letting her know about keeping her nails polished, keeping her feet done, just teaching them those self care habits that does, follow them because it's still an image. And when you step out, I don't care what people say, when they see you first, you're seen first, heard second, unless you loud, look like me. But you are seen first. And if you are not upkept in a certain way, not the way that they portray you to be, but how you want to be, but it has to be done where you are looking like you got your stuff in order. So that's where I am when it comes to self-image with them, making sure that they're learning those key factors and taking care of themselves. And that's my plug. All right, y'all, we back from the plug. Okay, so we're gonna move on into our topic of discussion. So our topic of discussion today is okay. So we want to know, when you're dealing with somebody, I'm gonna say you're in a relationship, right? So this is not just pertaining to dating. Pretty much, you're solid in a relationship with somebody moving towards the future, and we want to know, how do you feel about what are you willing to accept based on his or her financial status? is it some things that, like you just said, with the non-negotiables in dating, what we not taking on, but in the space of parenting, I mean not parenting, Lord, in the space of with a spouse, what are you accepting or not accepting based on their financial status?
I definitely think that, financial security or security in general. It don't have to be, you don't have to be a millionaire or anything like that, but security, um, however that looks. But that's important. That's very
Mm-hmm.
important on my list.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the end, I know my self worth. So,
Mm.
so when we're talking about what I'm going to accept, it's the same thing if you were making $1 million or 50 or 60,000. You know what I'm saying? I
I don't
still
know about that one, but
wait, but I
okay, go
still
ahead.
with certain things. Now, when I say that, the only thing that I can say that I may like when I'm talking about cheating, I'm still gonna feel the same way. If you're a millionaire, I'm not like, dog, just because you're a millionaire, I still expect you to treat me with respect. I'm not saying that I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna forgive somebody that makes $60,000 for
Mm-hmm.
cheating, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying, is this something? Are you a serial cheater? Is it
Mm-hmm.
something you keep doing? I don't care how much money you got, because at the end of the day, I'm always going to be able to take care of me. So, I mean, with or without you. But something I may, wiggle on, I do feel like if you maybe make way more than me, or where I don't have to work, and I'm choosing
Mm-hmm.
maybe to work part time or not as much, or stay at home, want to be a stay at
Mm-hmm.
home mom with the kids. I
Mm-hmm.
do feel like in that situation, I may be definitely okay. Let me make sure dinner is ready by the time we get home and things like that. Because I feel like they out and you predominantly making all the
Mm-hmm.
money. I do feel like I would feel more pressure to. However,
Mm.
I do feel like, especially if you got kids, things happen and stuff like that. So I don't need anybody to expect, if I can't today or whatever. So far as when it comes to
Okay.
dinner and stuff like that being cooked, yeah, I still think that.
So I got a question. So what
Mhm.
about the tag team, right? So let's say you stay at home and let's say he really much is the worker, bringing the breadwinner, provider. How do you feel about him not helping as much with the kids or the household chores?
Now I feel like that's what I'm saying. I'm fine with that, but I'm saying don't look down on me if something didn't get done that day. Don't expect, if especially if I'm raising kids. Life be life. Shoot, it
Mm-hmm.
just may have been a bad day or whatever. But I would feel that pressure to make sure that dinner's cooked and the house is definitely in order, and that's on me because you are predominantly bringing in the income. If I don't have to work, if I'm not working,
Mm-hmm.
there's no that's pressure, and I do think I would and should, but if I can't, it's a good reason why. Or
Well,
it's
are you
just
okay with him not helping at all?
I am. I still think he should be present.
Oh,
So
so
what
you're
I say,
okay. So you're okay with him not helping you. Like, okay, if you didn't get it done, and he'd be like, "Oh well, what we
it's
eating?"
it's a
And
plus.
you like,
You
"Oh, you
talking about
can't
cooking?
cook?" Yeah, like you can't cook dinner, and he come home and you like, "Okay, well, I just didn't get dinner done," and he's like, "Well, what's happening?" And you like,
Well,
"So
we
you
can
can't
order.
cook?"
Order
Yeah,
in. That's because you got the money.
right. I'm
So
just making sure you'll be okay with that.
yeah,
With that
definitely.
side of it. Like,
I'm definitely like, I'm okay. Like the desire would be to, especially if I'm gonna stay at home mom, like, hey, I would love to
mhm,
make sure dinner's cooked, and the house is just spick and span. But in the event that something life happened or whatever,
mhm,
okay, we can order in or whatever. So it's always gonna be, we still gonna eat. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? It's gonna be an adjustment, and you should be okay with that. Now, if it's a problem,
mhm.
that goes again, my standard. Like,
Right.
I'm not your doormat, at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, money, in that aspect. But it's some things
Mhm.
that I do feel like if you know, working where I don't have to work, it's still a lot being a stay-at-home mom, though.
It is. It's a
Sometimes
lot.
that
I
is
would never do it.
exhausting, and I
I would
mean,
never do it.
that's not my desire. It's not in my
Mm-mm.
heart, my
Mm-mm.
spirit.
Or my
But
ministry.
not at all. See, all of the above. But I definitely think, oh,
You'll be okay a little bit. Okay, see.
but not the
The
cheating. Yeah,
girl
I
broke
can
niggas
say
cheat and they get
I know they
taken
do,
back all
but
the
that's what I'm
time.
saying. But still,
Broke niggas cheat all the time.
Well, I know they do, but I'm just saying. But my expectations are the same with broke niggas. Like,
Oh
you know,
my
like,
goodness.
oh,
That
you
is
doing
true.
this? Okay, moving on.
Mm. See, the way I'm set up right now and the way the gas prices and groceries are set up, I
Oh,
might be dealing with some stuff. I might be dealing
I
with some
forgot
stuff.
about this gas, girl. I just said I need a gas, daddy.
Right. The way these prices set up in these streets right now, I might deal with a little bit more, a lot bit more.
Yeah.
The way they set up. Let me recalculate my what I'm talking about. What's my worth again? Oh
The
snap!
groceries,
Oh,
yes.
oh Lord!
Yeah.
But for real, so for me, I definitely feel like there's no amount of money that can buy respect, right? I don't care how
Exactly.
much you make. I don't care what your status is.
Yeah.
There's no amount of money that will make me belittle myself and my self-worth. Um, because at the end of the day, the money doesn't define you, your character does.
Yep.
And the character of a person speaks volumes. So I definitely would not accept things that I feel like is out of pocket. Out of pocket can be different for different folks, different strokes. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, cheating. Man, broke people cheat and get back together. Oh, it was just a mistake. It was whatever. Um, I do feel like at a certain point though, we do have to know our self worth and respect for ourselves, and the dollar is not that. Now, on the flip side of this, I did think about it. I was like, well, what if the person who's making the money becomes tired of the person who isn't bringing home or isn't trying to do anything to help support the household? Let's say that person isn't as helpful, isn't doing what they're supposed to do, or bringing up their slack, and the person who is bringing in all the money. At what point do you cut people off? Because that can be hard as well, because you've become enabler to this particular person. You've given them a lifestyle, you always providing their needs, and now we got to cut them off. That can be hard to do, because then you'll start feeling sorry, like, oh, where are they going to go, what are they going to do, if you've been upholding that lifestyle for a while.
Are you saying that other person's not working or just not
Yep, they're
making
not
as
working.
much? Oh,
They're
well,
not working. They're not trying to
yeah. So
do.
they're not
They
trying to
they
work.
got comfortable. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they like real comfortable and chilling and like, shoot, you got it. Or when they want to
That
go do
ain't in
something
my
with their
spirit.
friends, I know, girl. They be like, you got it, you got it, you can give it to me, you got it. And he or she is always giving. I don't know who she is, but they're always giving. So I think that's definitely something that I looked at as well. And also, like I had put down that cheating isn't like the end all be all. The respect, value yourself, because there's plenty of dudes with plenty of money, don't care nothing about you, respect you in any capacity. So for me, it's a hard no. I'm not dealing with it. Um, but you might get a hall pass because the way gas and groceries are set up, I'm a hall pass you for a minute. You
Respect.
get a hall pass. You'll come back with something. You want me? I ain't gonna pimp though. I'm not a pimp. I'm not gonna say I'm pimp you out. I might get canceled. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna give you a hall pass so you can have fun and then come back. Cause we need some gas.
It is here.
Oh
You seen
snap.
that video of Sierra twerking? And people, and they was
Yeah.
like, and it wasn't, she was twerking on top of the car, and they was like, but they was
Mhm.
fans or the comments were talking about the gas price in the back of her. Not her twerking.
Right. The gas. Did
It
you
was
see that
like
gas price right there?
$6 and some cents.
Did you see that gas price? Yeah, I'm like, girl, no. And then actually they talking about Russell, like, how are you accepting this as a husband? Let's go back to last week when we was talking about before you get
But
married,
that's
what's
how he
things that
met
they're
her.
accept. He did.
He
That's been her
accepted her.
thing.
He's accepted her doing it. So,
Yeah,
and I think he like she mine.
correct. And we all know that. I
Yeah.
don't think she's going nowhere no time.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, that's mine. You can look. That's it.
And she been dancing. She been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This ain't nothing new. Like yeah, it
She
ain't. It
cold
ain't out of
with
her
it too.
character.
It ain't like, and she's been dancing, and just because she's twerking right here, but she does other stuff too. Like it ain't all, you know.
Yeah,
Twerking is
I agree.
that may be a form of dance at this point. So many people.
At this point, it is. At this point, I mean, it is. We back in the day was just called booty dancing, right?
Yeah, it's just
now
it's going to make this a dance class, twerk class. It is exercise class, but you know,
it's a lot of exercise in that, and it's a lot of arching your back in that, and then you got to bring your knee right, and then you got to move your leg right. There's a lot. It's a lot to the twerk sessions, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. I consider myself a professional twerker. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I can twerk though. I can twerk. If y'all need a class, I've given a class before. When I was out with the ladies, the people I was kicking with, they was a Shanti. Can you teach us how to twerk? I know it was. So I was like, I can show you how to twerk. You got to do this and do. Yeah, it was so fun. I said, look at me teaching class. Look at me.
Yeah, I ain't on the level of,
Look at me giving lessons out. But y'all, that's our topic for today. Let us know how y'all feel. Are you accepting certain things because your boo got a little change, a little coin?
Or do you feel like for a little bit of change?
Man, all day. Are you doing it? What you willing to accept? What you not willing to accept from your spouse based on his or her financial status? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. So y'all know we're finna move on into our soul food. Tiffany gonna give y'all something to feed y'all good soul to get y'all through the week. So Tiffany, what you got for the soul food?
Yes, so soul food for this week is when you believe in your own capacity to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life, there will be obstacles standing in the way of your truth or of the truth. Again, when you believe in your own capacity to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life, there will be no obstacles standing in the way of truth. I think I said it wrong the first time, but yeah, got it.
We got it. We get the point. Yeah, we're gonna wrap our show up, and there's two things that we want you to do when you're listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Number one is refill your cup
and vibe with Tiffany and